All right, I'm gonna give a update midweek, actually just second day of the week, right? About what I discussed over the weekend on Sunday, and let's see what transpired. Make sure you like and subscribe, and take a look at this video to make sure you comment. So what ended up happening? Remember on Sunday what I said was the bears are in control. You have to keep an eye on more further downward pressure, and that's exactly what happened, right? Like there was a bloodbath today. You see what transpired, right? As you can see, we got 3 red candles now. You're riding along the lower Bollinger Band, so this is on the YM. You had 426 points down today. What did it do? Remember, I told you, if this holds it in, if the 200-day moving average holds it in, which it did, boom, went down, further went down, and if that did happen, where was the next spot? And it was the 38.2 on our fibs, and that's exactly where it's going towards, right? However, look, if you look closer and you go back to the previous lows, that's where it exactly stopped and went right back up. So there was a big support line right around here, which coincided with the 38.2, and boom, went right back up. At least not completely, right, but just a short period. Now, in the next couple of days, will it continue to hover down here and break this or become support? We don't know, because look, we got these 2 areas that's the next gravitational pull, right? In terms of bears trying to push it down further, they will try to push it down further in this area. And that's where we'll look at opportunities for longs. And you'll see on the MACD, definitely we had the cross here. We talked about that. We had further downward pressure. We talked about that. Now it's getting closer and closer to the previous low. And we'll see where it goes. But look at the RSI. It's on the overbought condition now. We got to see how long it's going to hover before you see the angle back up on the YM. So the next few days, we're watching this area. Potential, if this holds, then it's going back up. If it doesn't, it's going to go gravitate back to these 2 areas. Okay, so keep an eye on that. Very important. You keep an eye on this area. Okay, and then it's going to hover somewhere around this before it goes right back up. And when it does try to go right back up, it'll go back and gravitate towards the previous 23.6. And then it depends on whether or not it's going to hold, the 200 days is going to hold or not. Now we have this 50-day ready, getting closer and closer to the 200. There's a possibility of a death cross possibly happening, so just keep an eye on that. Let's take a look at the ES and see what happened there. Let's get it zoomed in. And so look what happened, right? We had this area, the 23.6 held in. We had the previous low that kind of became a resistance area. And then you got the 3 red candles. This was a big red candle, now hovering down to the lower Bollinger Band. It's now at a point where it's actually looking like it's going to cross the 200. Now what happens here, right? This may just be a fake cross, and we might hold it in. If not, look, there's no further downward here, right? Like we're looking at gravitating towards the next fib number. And even if we do that, right? Like if you look over here to the previous low, this is the next pretty much low that we're gonna actually go. If it actually tries to hit it, right? And if the bears come in full force this week, then it's gonna try to hit this and try to break it to go to the next level. Because we see the continuous MACD going down. Look at the RSI. We haven't crossed below the oversold condition yet, so it's possible that we may go down further before it goes back up. Okay, so keep an eye on that. And then let's take a look at the NQ. Okay, so NQ, what do we got? Okay, so a lot of things, right? We had the previous low right around here, which it actually got very close to, but look what it did. Let me see if I can zoom in. and see. And so here we go. We got this previous low. This held it in, but it's actually trying to gravitate towards that again. It never actually went up to the 50-day, nor did it go to the mid band, right? So it just went straight down. So it never broke this. Actually, let's see where it actually went here. Okay, so it did had a low right here. Yeah, so this area is typically, this pretty much is the area that it kind of held it in. But this big day, I think everything, the entire market just brought it down, right? Now what it's going to do is going to gravitate towards the lower band. It's got the 200-day moving average down here, which is going to likely to touch before it goes back up. But now you have to also keep in mind where our MACD is and where the RSI is. The RSI is pointing further downwards, so there's more room for it to continue to go down. Remember, I talked about this could be a cross up, but if it doesn't, we'll have a leg, which is similar to this, where it goes down for a little bit and then maybe come back up. But there's a possibility of some upward pressure down here, but then you got support, and this support is what we need to keep an eye on to see if it holds. Okay, this is all from a technical perspective, based on what's happening in the overall market. You got possibility of a triple. You got one leg here, another leg here, double bottom. Maybe this could be a double bottom where it kind of holds in and then just goes. We don't know. Right, so you have to keep in mind when you're day trading that if you're going to hold on to it for a long period of time, you want to be mindful of where the pressure is, right? And you don't want to be stuck in a position where if you're not looking at the big picture, you can have more downward pressure and just think because you had this big red candle, let me get on a long because there's going to be maybe some buying back, people taking profit. Sure, there'll be some overnight trading where it goes up, but you can wake up and find that it's down another 100 points, right? Just because of the overall bears being in control. And so keep in mind, just wanted to give everyone an update as to what's going on the second day of trading this week. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks.